to give you some perspective of where we see the industry today as an association, there are several dynamics that we see we have to be sensitive to. One is we had the 2008 rule passed several years ago, and one of the things we hear from the agencies is that they have most of the agencies feel that the implementation is going pretty well. And so our focus is on identifying where specifically it is not going well, and then providing some hard data back to the agencies so that they can take some action. One of the challenges of this is that headquarters does not really have the ability to influence what happens in the field. They are direct. They are strong influencers, but they are not. All these agencies are very decentralized organizations. And so as an association, we're really focusing on, one, getting headquarters hard data, and being able to then work with the various districts and the regions on specific issues. Another dynamic that we feel very strongly about is that the role of the NGOs, the non-government organizations, the advocacy groups, in the policy-making aspects of the mitigation industry. And to that end, over the past year, we created a special committee to focus on developing alignment and alignment of policy initiatives with various NGOs. For example, with Ducks Unlimited, Environmental Defense Fund, the Nature Conservancy are just three. We've got other groups that we're working on. The big picture here is that as the association works on policy initiatives, we're one voice. However, if we can go in with the advocacy groups side by side on aligned policy positions, we're going to have a much greater chance to advance the industry as a whole. What is really special about that, what makes that alignment work also, is that when we go and work on policy initiatives, having the advocacy groups aligned with a private industry group speaks volumes when you start walking the halls of DC. So we really think that's a very powerful and important direction for the association. The kind of third dynamic we are constantly wrestling with is kind of one that is consistent across a lot of public policy issues, is the local optimization of programs versus centralization for market efficiency. When we go and work with the agencies, we are focusing on how do you make the markets more efficient. We are looking for standardized documents. We're looking for standardized rules. The 2008 rule goes a long way on this front. But there's a lot of, we'd certainly love to see a lot more standardization across districts, etc. What the reality of our marketplace is that local interests are very strong and want to optimize the implementation of the rules, the conservation strategies at the local level. And so that's just a continual tension, dynamic tension of any of our public policy discussions, and one which we will always be working collaboratively with the agencies on to address. But it's a dynamic that we don't see going away. I think from the agency's perspective, the feedback we got was that they're very happy with the level of discretion because it provides the local areas the ability to optimize. So though we'd like to see much more efficient markets, because that would obviously expand the business as a whole, I continue to see we will have more smaller optimized markets due to the importance of the local stakeholders.
Excellent. Thank you very much.